Hi there. This is going to be a little bit of a rant video. Not something I've really done before, but I really feel like I need to make this because I'm a little bit frustrated. This has been the worst year of any FIFA ever for player selection for me. What I mean by that is, I value dribbling, close control, tight control dribbling, predictable dribbling, and close, quick passing more than anything. If you've seen my videos, you know how important all of that will be to me. I have a very different playstyle than the meta of this game, and you can see that in the players that I use. You know, I'm using Jesus Navas and Phil Foden, these 5'7"-ish players in center mid spots, and Conte is my CDM, and my attackers have always been Messi cards or at least Dybala or someone like that. And this year, they keep making dribbling worse, or taking away things that players had in past cards and giving them different things. Obviously, the dribbling playstyles aren't the meta for most players, but I'm just a little bit frustrated, so I want to talk about that. Start with this Messi card here, I'll explain what I mean. This card, obviously, phenomenal dribbler, maybe the best dribbler of all time, something like that, you could say. Great stats, of course. He's got the body type, as you'd expect. Best, if not second best, or second best, if not best body type in the game. It's his and Neymar, no question. They took away his press proven. The thing that they gave this card? The thing that just, like, unquestionably makes your close control better? You might want that on the best dribbler in the game? And none of his other cards had it. I used this card for a really long time, and he turned really bad when they did the patch that changed pressure tactics and first touches. This card doesn't have first touch. Eventually, at some point, I just had to stop using this card. None of these other cards had press proven. Okay, they give this one first touch, I believe. No, they don't. So he doesn't even have first touch. But at least this one has press proven. This one's got first touch plus, but no press proven. Why did you take that away? This should be the best card in the game, the end game, the final card, most likely. At least unless he gets a footies card or something. Why does he not have all of the things that you would expect? All of the best things? Not to mention, I'm frustrated that, maybe the most definitionally explosive player of all time can't be explosive anymore. A little bit upsetting. I really value explosive, if not mostly explosive players, but I really want explosive if I can. Just frustrating. So if we're looking at some of the other cards here. If not Messi, who else am I going for? Well, let's look at Lautaro Martinez. This card does have press proven. Might be a good dribbler. He's got a good height, decent weight. It doesn't mention here, but he does have his own unique body type. Dribbling is almost all flush 99 there, but he's only controlled. Maybe he's a great dribbler. I'm not looking into using him. Also, 4-star skills at this point. We're kind of looking for 5-star. Again, I'm not going for this card. Maybe he's great on the ball. I don't know. But if not him, let's look at Vinicius. Top 2 dribblers in the world right now, you would think, right? A representative of this upcoming generation. This card had Trickster Plus, which, if you don't know, the playstyles I'm looking for are Trickster Plus and Press Proven. This card had it. This one doesn't. And Team of the Season doesn't. And again, I know it's not meta. You're trying to give him the meta ones that, everyone else uses. I get it. I'm just frustrated. This game was not built for me, and I just need to talk about it. Also, average and lean body type. Again, one of the 2 up-and-coming dribblers. I mean, he's already here. He's not up-and-coming, right? But, he's representative of the upcoming generation. You want to give him his own unique body type? If you don't know the difference, for an average and lean... Can I see all of the body types? Are they listed somewhere? Body type. If you don't know, let me go through real quick. There are a bunch of unique body types. That doesn't actually pop up with any. So, Footpin will have Neymar, Messi here. There are a couple taller body types. We're not really looking at those right now. R9, Ronaldinho. I think they're... Ronaldinho, yeah, he's there. There are more than on this list. Alexis Sanchez has one. Marco Reus has one. Dybala has one. They're not popping up here. Foden has one. Having a unique body type generally makes your dribbling better, especially because we're looking, again, mostly here at players with low center of gravity. They're shorter. They're very agile. They're great dribblers. But having a unique body type also makes your dribbling incredibly more predictable. It's just more consistent, more predictable. Let's look at Dybala. Now this card is just heavier. I think he's 75 for the weight rating here. Some of the other cards I'm looking at are like 72. Might be a little bit taller, looking like 5'9" for some of the other dribblers, 5'8", 5'7" sometimes. He's not a great dribbler. He's not incredibly agile, even with the amazing stats. Something about him here, even with the unique body type, he's definitely missing a little something. But what he misses in that, he makes up for in just incredible consistency with where he's going with the ball. You know when you move the left stick, you know what you're getting from him. Those average and lean body types, the other ones, one like this, sometimes when you try to change his direction really quickly, you know, go off to the left or you try to turn backwards from the direction you were dribbling, sometimes it's just a heavier touch. Sometimes it's a step or two away from you. It takes another second or two to get up to it. By then, you're tackled. It's over. So going through really quickly, Messi and Neymar's body types are the best, followed by maybe Dino's. And then after that, we'll go through here. Short and lean is the next best, after having unique. And then it's either short and normal or average and lean for me. Followed by average and normal, maybe short and stocky, then the tall and leans. Then tall and normal, then average and stocky, then tall and stocky. You know, and I'm not really using these players, so anyone tall, you know, I'm not sure how they are on the ball. Sometimes your Jude Bellinghams are like great dribblers, even though they're taller. That happens every once in a while. There's like a couple cards that are unique. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking for, and it's a little bit frustrating that Vinny's got that body type, that this Rafinha has that body type. And Flippin's saying that they took away lean, because lean used to be the one. You know, it would be Messi, Neymar, etc., and then short and lean, and then just lean, and then average and lean. And now it's just average and lean. I don't know if every lean player turned into average and lean. Maybe it's a little bit of placebo there. I'm not sure. Maybe they're, you know, the same as they used to be. I feel like some players are missing a little bit of something now, but regardless. At least this card has Shixer Plus. But I'm a little bit frustrated. Again, not a unique body type, not a better one. I hope that they build better body types for players like this who deserve it. You're looking at 98 dribbling, maybe make him a little more consistent on the ball. Not to mention, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it, but that's another conversation. He also doesn't deserve it. He doesn't. I mean, this is a weird list. This Mbappe card, he's very powerful. He's fast. His skill moves come off quickly, but he doesn't perform the skill move quickly, but he accelerates out of it very quickly, if that makes sense. Also very strong. So the reason we're all using a card like this, you can just perform skill moves into the defender sometimes and just get the ball back. He's jammy. That's the benefit. But he's never been a precise dribbler. He's never been like the go-to guy if you want to do skill runs with and all that stuff. You know, he's there because you want to do one skill move with and then score, or one skill move with and then sprint for a while. Maybe Press Proven Plus on him fixes it. I couldn't tell you. Obviously, him and Messi and some of the others are prohibitively expensive. Maybe this is the best dribbler in the game now. I'm not sure. But he never has been in the past. So again, not looking at him for a couple of reasons. Gakpo's a bad dribbler. Bellingham's good, but he's missing the playstyles. Tech Plus or Tech Minus isn't great. No Press Proven, no Trickster Plus, so missing a little bit there. There's Musiala, and I get, like, obviously the thing with playstyles, they're going to try to do iterations to make the cards feel different. I'm just a little bit upset. First of all, they take away his high medium. Second of all, he's average and lean. You know, the other dribbler, him and Vinicius, that are kind of definitional of this upcoming generation, etc. You might want to give him a unique body type, yeah. But you take away his Trickster Plus, so he's not as good of a dribbler anymore. None of these other cards are in the conversation, really. You know, he's got a tall and lean body type, not quite the one to look for, even though he's got some of the great playstyles there. De Bruyne has always been heavy after like FIFA 17. Before that, he was great, and then after, not so much. I'm just a little bit frustrated that, again, they make Messi worse. They take away Trickster Plus that one of the Vinicius cards had. At least they give it to Rafinha. You know, I've got that card and I can be happy. But some of these cards, it just feels like they're making worse, or they're taking things away, or I guess they're just developing it for players other than me, which I guess I have to be okay with, and I'm struggling to be okay with. Now, of course, this Neymar is, and we finally packed him. But this, I haven't used him yet, but once I do the Evo, this should be the best dribbler in the game. Obviously he's missing some of the passing and the shooting, all that, but if the left stick's good enough, I really don't care. So hopefully he'll make up for some of it, but again, I'm just, as these new promos are coming out and they're taking away playstyles that previous cards used to have, it's a little bit frustrating. Yeah, I think that's most of what I wanted to talk about, so if any of this relates to you, if you're frustrated by the player selection, even though this year we've had by far, and we're not even like talking about any of the women's cards here, obviously this year we've had way more cards than ever before. There's more promos, there's more players, there's all the women added. There's more overall variety, and yet a smaller and smaller pool of players who are the top tier dribblers for me, and that's what's frustrating. This was always going to be the problem with playstyles. This is why I wasn't happy when we heard the news that this was coming out, because playstyles were always going to be a way to control their progression, that even though they're giving Messi like 3 97 rated cards, or, you know, 2, but whatever, like having a third playstyle plus was always going to be their progression from one to the other. Just one of the ways to differentiate the cards, because they don't know how to grow the game throughout the year otherwise. And then it makes these cards just worse to use. Like, in the past, a card like this hasn't been bad to use at this time of the year. He is missing some of the stats, but everything else is fine. Now, without question, he's missing some other things. That is annoying. It forces you to progress in a way that you haven't before. And then as you're progressing, even some of these cards are missing it. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, I will keep this quick, but the number of explosive players are dwindling. This is the other thing. That new Vinicius card, and his team of the season, I think, might be the same. Yeah, I don't see Vinny up here. Like, the previous Vinicius cards could be explosive. He's on here. Nope. Actually, on Footbin, it's glitched. The previous Vinny could be. But Footbin thinks he's like a centimeter too tall. In-game he can be. He's not on this list, but point being, he can't be anymore with his new cards. He's got too much strength. He's got like 3 strength too much or something. Messi has 7 strength too much. Again, as these cards are progressing, they're giving them more and more strength. You can't be explosive anymore. That's also a little frustrating to me. Dalglish haven't used. He's got an average or normal body type. Maybe he's a good dribbler. He does have press proven, but he's not really someone I'm looking into. This Garrincha could be phenomenal. Short normals, decent body type. Trickster Plus could be great. I liked his card in the past. You just haven't used him yet. Bunch of defenders and midfielders. I'm mostly talking about attackers here. Your mids and your defenders you don't care as much about the dribbling with. So I'm looking at the attackers, and it's just like, okay, there's 2 up top. There's 1 here. There's a couple down here. It's such a small list. I hate that it's dwindling. There's so few players to select from if you want explosive, and I wish we just had a different system. Maybe you could just, instead of chem styles being the definition of it, or the strength stat and the agility stat and the height being the definition, maybe we could just select if we wanted them to be or not. Just have a little toggle in the menu or something. I wish there was some other system for this. All of that said, if any of this resonates with you, if you agree that it's, even if you don't play my style, if some of the cards that are coming out just don't fit your, the way that you play, let me know in the comments. I'm definitely curious. All of that said, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.